Welcome to our Treasury Bills and Government Bonds Membership Club. We have an interesting session today. I want you to look at this. This is the email that comes whenever you receive a coupon. The key points you need to look at here, or the key sections you need to look at here, is just the business date and also the serial number, the operations type, and the net amount. These are the important things that you want to look at. So the date is the payment, the date that you receive the payment for the coupon. The ISIN number is the serial number for your bond. So I always emphasize that you need to know the serial number for your bond so that you know which bond is paying you, because when you're investing in too many bonds it might be confusing. You'll be getting coupons left, right and center and you won't even know where the money is coming from. Here on operation type, it is clearly stating to you that what you've received is a coupon, and then the last thing there is the amount. And that amount is net. When you go in your CSD account, you'll be able to see the gross. So the amount that will be shown on your transactions in the CSD account will be different from the amount that will come inside your email as net. This is the money that is going to enter your bank. Now, this amount here, this is passive. As long as your bond is active, you will be paid this amount every 6 months. So if you've got questions and wondering how much was invested to get a 2,375 or how much was invested to get a 3,743, join the T-Bills and Bonds Club. We'll be able to chat on that. Alright, so would you like to get paid every month without working? Would you like to receive a 2,375 every month without working? Or would you like to receive a 3,743 every month without working? If this is interesting to you, then you are in the right place. So I've got a big promise for you. And the promise is, if you can commit to learning, not for years, just for 6 months of learning. Now, I mean learning and taking action. That is why I've put an icon for books here. I'm saying you do two things. You learn and then you take action just for 6 months. You might be saying, Mr. Chipeta, 6 months is too long. But your degrees, how many years are they? The masters, how many years are they? The certificate, how many years are they? Now, this program is only going to take you 6 months. Then in those 6 months, you are going to learn everything you need to learn about government bonds. So if you can commit to this program just for 6 months, I can promise you that you will start getting paid every month without working for the rest of your life. In short, you are going to die and money will still be coming in. Your children, your spouse, your family will not cry so much when you die, because they will know that some monies will be coming in. So that is Treasury Bills and that is government bonds. So if you are new here, my name is Jones Chipeta. My wife calls me Mr. Bonds because every time she sees me on the computer and I'm reading books about bonds and researching about bonds and Treasury Bills, she gives me a nickname of Mr. Bonds. I don't know whether that's a compliment or my setting, but that's what my wife calls me. Alright, so I walk the talk. I don't just teach bonds, but I actually do bonds. I went to an insurance company and this lady was trying to sell me a fixed deposit account. I asked her, do you have a fixed deposit account yourself? And she said, I don't have. So I was wondering, she's telling me to invest in a fixed deposit account and she doesn't have it. I think that is not ethical. Have you been approached by these ladies who come to sell you insurance? They will tell you buy a funeral policy or buy an education policy, and they themselves, they don't even have those policies. So why should you invest in them if the person who's selling you that has not even invested in those same things? So for me, I do these things, and the things that are affecting you are also affecting me. And I teach a proven 7-step framework that has been working for thousands of people. And I can confidently say that I'm the only one who has a clear framework. I call it the 7-step framework because you know what to do. The number one thing you need to do, you know the second thing you need to do, you know the third thing you need to do, the fourth thing, everything is clearly lined up. So when you go to other places, you get confused. You don't know what to start with. You don't know at which stage you are. But when you are dealing with me, you know where you are. You know what you should be focusing on. I don't help everybody. I only help employees, business owners, and retirees. So if you're a civil servant, you are working in the private sector, you can be my client or my student. And if you are a business owner and you want to have some passive income, you are my client or you can be my student. Or if you are a retiree or you are expecting a lump sum like from a gratuity or education allowance or whichever allowance that you are going to get, and you want to invest it in such a way that you can be getting paid monthly passively simply means without working, then you are in the right place. So that is what I do now. Today I want us to look at how to succeed with treasury bills and government bonds using the CDF habits. Nothing to do with a CDF fund, but everything to do with habits. So in order for us to achieve that, we are going to look at the 4 types of investors. Then we'll look at the 3 common challenges T-bills and bond investors face. Then we'll wrap it up with the CDF habits. So let's get straight into it. So the first type of investors are those who fail. These, they quit after one setback. They will start, but maybe they just fail to upload documents and they stop. Or they'll start, they fail to get a tip-in and they quit. Or they'll start and then they'll hear that the withholding tax has been increased from 15% to 20% and they just quit. So these, they quit, so they don't succeed. The second types of investors are those who never try. They just watch others, but they themselves, they don't act at all. They'll see others get coupons. They'll see others opening CST accounts. They'll just sit on the fence and watch. They'll be learning but not taking action. They are just watching. The third type of investors are the average ones. These ones, they take action. The only challenge is that they are inconsistent. So they make slow progress. They'll buy a bond in January, then January they won't buy anything. They'll buy another one in June. Maybe in a year they just do twice. Then there are the ones I call those who succeed. These are the committed. These are committed to the process. You see them actively investing every now and then. These are the investors that succeed. Now, amongst the 4, which one are you? In my WhatsApp group, I have all these 4, and I know it. Okay, so now, let us look at the challenges that investors face. There are basically 3. Number 1 is risk. There are 7 kinds of risks. I'll be talking about them inside our club. But the first risk that every investor faces is the falling interest rates. For instance, when we just started in January, the interest rate on a 15-year bond was 23.25%. But down the line in June, it has dropped to 20%. So you can see that falling interest rate very vividly. That is not good news for the investor. So that is a risk. The second challenge that investors face is government policy changes. So the Bank of Zambia has been delegated by the government to handle this. So the government will come up and change stuff. So in January this year, they said we are removing the discount on government bonds, and they introduced the par bonds. And now they are talking about increasing the withholding tax from 15% to 20%. So these are the things that are beyond our control. It is the government changing policy. There's nothing that we can do about it. So that is a risk in itself. So apart from government policy, it's lack of accurate knowledge. So many investors, and I'm saying this respectively, don't fully understand treasury bills and bonds. That is why we do these sessions. That's why we do live classes. That is why I write ebooks, so that we can share this knowledge so that everybody can be on the same page. So these are the challenges that investors face. So long they are investing in treasury bills and government bonds, investors will face these challenges. Now let's look at the CDF habits that overcomes these challenges. The first habit is consistency. Let's look at birds. Imagine a bird just flaps its wings once. Can it be able to fly? For the bird to fly, it needs to be flapping its wings continuously. That is consistency. So when it comes to investing, you don't want to invest just once. You want to be investing every month. And that is a habit that you need to develop. So C stands for consistency. D stands for discipline. Discipline simply means doing something whether you feel like doing it or not. Discipline is not just the same. Discipline is just doing the same thing the right way, whether anyone is watching or not. There will be times when it will become very difficult for you to invest, but discipline is going to walk you through that journey. The last one, F, is focus. You need to follow one course until you are successful. The moment you start government bonds, you'll be told that there's crypto thing here. They'll tell you there's betting there. They'll tell you there's farming. They'll tell you there's God in Mfumbwe and so forth and so on. But you need to stick at least to one thing and master it before moving to the next shiny opportunity. So if you can stick with bonds maybe for a year or two, or maybe 3 years, but just do bonds only, then you can move on and do some other things later. You will succeed more if you just focus on one thing rather than doing too many things. So in conclusion, success is not about speed. It's about consistency, discipline, and focus. Now, if you are enjoying and loving what I'm talking about, I'm inviting you to join our Treasury Bills and Government Bonds Membership Club. It's not free. It's only 150 kwacha for 3 months. It's like 50 kwacha per month, kind of. So in this club, you get lessons like these, question and answers, access to live workshops and ebooks. In short, your learning is accelerated when you are in this group. So if you want to join this club, these are the numbers here. Just WhatsApp or text or call and say I want to join, then we'll be able to enroll you. The benefits for joining the club are here, and I always post these in our WhatsApp group. So thank you so much for listening, and I do appreciate your time. God bless you. Until next time, this is Jones Chipeta.